To this conversation, Brittany, are you starting a new hobby or resolution in the new year? Would you be open to any of those? I think that that's a really good idea.
I love this new hobby idea. And we were just talking about this in the makeup room, how we're focusing on our hobbies outside of work and focusing on that positive outlook as well. I've started watercolor painting. I like to do just some flowers. Yeah, they look like they're from outer space. They don't look like real flowers. But
okay, but I like that he talked about that it doesn't have to be good, right? Like it's just taking that moment to focus on something, and just kind of like let your brain relax. And you don't, again, just try anything. Color, draw. I draw stick people.
There you go. And even cooking. I started cooking a bit more over Thanksgiving. It's very relaxing because you're focused on what you're doing. You're not thinking about anything else.
Exactly.
So there's so many things out there. And we're actually going to have great weather this afternoon. Maybe you want to go for a bike ride. Really take it
outside.
Back. Yes. Stretch those legs. Take the pups with you. We're going to have afternoon sunshine today. This morning, though, we are starting off with thick fog in the area. We even have a dense fog advisory in place. So it's a first alert weather morning. It's really just for the morning hours. We want you to be prepared for that reduced visibility, but highs near 80 degrees on Monday. Yes, we'll likely see some spots, especially to the southwest, reaching near 80 degrees. But then we have a strong cold front. It moves in Monday evening, so we are going to be turning cooler for your New Year's Eve and your New Year's Day. We're just going to get back to seasonal averages, but it's going to feel like a shock to the system after 80 degrees on Monday with a lot of sunshine. Well, here's a look at that dense visibility across the area. We have it under a half a mile around Sherman, Bonham, McKinney over into Greenville, even parts of Dallas visibility around a quarter of a mile down to 0 mile visibility in Waxahachie. We have very light winds. We've had all that moisture from yesterday morning storms. So with that moisture just sitting there and we don't have the winds to mix it up, that's when you get some of that fog development. So we were telling you about this yesterday, and the National Weather Service has issued that dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. this morning. So it's not going to be with us all day. I do think it's going to linger a little bit longer in some of our eastern counties, and that's going to keep their temperatures down a bit more as we head into the afternoon hours. But here's that visibility futurecast. You notice along I-35, closer we get to 10 a.m., visibility is improving a bit more, but we still have some pockets of pretty dense fog for our eastern counties later this morning. So first alert satellite, we are still seeing some clouds streaming in from the northwest. It's really going to be in the first half of our day that we see some of these clouds moving in, but on first alert futurecast, you'll notice we get a bit brighter as we head into the afternoon hours. Here's noon, west of 35, already seeing that full sunshine. East of 35, you guys might still have some of that clouds, maybe even some low fog lingering, and then we will see brighter skies as we wrap up our Sunday, and then clear skies overnight with breezy winds will help minimize the potential impacts of fog for tomorrow morning. But this is where we would normally be showing you our Dallas camera. You can't see a whole lot because of all the low clouds in the area. We're at 49 degrees. Those winds out of the west just about 7 miles an hour. So not very breezy this morning. 48 degrees in McKinney, 43 in Sherman. Look at Graham, even at 38 degrees this morning, 46 in Hillsborough. And then we do have the 50s out to the east where we have a bit more cloud cover. They act as a blanket and they help to keep those temperatures up. But look at our temperatures through the morning. We're about 56 degrees by 11 a.m., 61 by 1 o'clock. That's when we have the sunshine back. And then our highs are going to top out around 68 degrees in DFW, even some lower 70s out to the west. And then our eastern areas likely low to mid 60s because, as I mentioned, the clouds will take a little bit longer to clear out. But we are going to see about 23-degree temperature drop from Monday into your Tuesday. Highs around 79 degrees for DFW on Monday. Sunny, very windy day. And then that front moves through. And then by Tuesday, we're only looking at highs in the mid 50s. So this is tomorrow afternoon. 75 for McKinney and Denton, 79 in Stephenville, 78 in Cleburne. I think Stephenville, Breckenridge, maybe even over towards Mineral Wells would have the best chance of maybe just reaching to that 80-degree mark. And part of the reason is because of these very breezy southwesterly winds. That's a warm wind for us. We're going to see gusts up to about 25 to 30 miles an hour throughout the day. That mixed with that sunshine, that's going to help boost our temperatures. But then that front moves through later in the evening, shifting our winds out of the north, and that's going to draw in that cooler air for your Tuesday. And we could even see some temperatures in the upper 30s for New Year's Eve night. But that pollen forecast, unfortunately, we are staying in that high category for cedar and juniper. Your first alert 7-day forecast, you can see those 30s and 50s back for New Year's Day. And then we are looking at temperatures slowly warming up as we head into the weekend.
Brittany, that looks like